Hi, we're here with Stephen Henry Biscoe. He is a senior artist at Accolade Entertainment. How are you doing, Stephen?
Hi, I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Okay, we're going to ask you a couple questions about your position and things like that. My first question is, what kind of educational background do you have?
I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Fresno State University with a focus in sculpture. I've also taken some animation classes and done, I've had training as I've gone on through the years with kinetics and things like that.
Good. And what kind of skills are needed for your type of position?
Well, good art skills is great. Good composition skills, good color, good basic art skills are really good, and conceptualization skills are really important because getting a good idea of what you want to do before you start to work can save you a lot of headache. If you just dive into it and start working, digital can be so sort of unforgiving. It can be hard to kind of pull yourself back out of it. So that's, I think, one of the most important things. And then tenacity, in a lot of cases, the ability to be patient sometimes, and think through what's going on with the software. A lot of times it takes a lot of just sort of careful, stepwise investigation. Because it's digital, it's either right or it's wrong, and you can find a problem, but sometimes it requires sort of very careful examination of what's going on.
That kind of leads me to my next question. What kind of hardware and software do you use?
I use 3D Studio Max primarily, but one 3D package is just like the other one, except for all the names are different of the things they do, but essentially they all do the same thing. So sometimes I use Soft. I'm using Soft right now on a project. They have their advantages and disadvantages for different things. I think Max is especially good for video games, and they're really concentrating on that. I use Photoshop, Fractal Painter, Debabbilizer. As far as art tools go, that's the majority of them. Thumbs is a really cool kind of shareware program for database management of pictures, thumbnails, listing everything by thumbnails, and it makes it easy to kind of find textures and stuff. You have to keep track of a lot of data when you're making a game, because you have to have one texture for every different looking polygon, and so that can be management. It just occurs to me right now, a skill that's really important is time management and just organization, because you deal with so many details. If you really understand how to do that well from the front, then again, you don't run into like a lot of headaches later.
Okay, and what advice would you give students interested in being an artist?
My first advice is that it's totally possible, that this is a trade. It's such a cool job that, especially when I was younger, I kind of thought, gosh, I hope I'm lucky enough to get the opportunity to do this. And I feel that way too, but I also kind of felt like it was different than like going to be a guy working in an insurance shop or something like that. That you just get that job. But video games are like so cool. But it's not at all that way. It's a trade, and it takes skills, and it takes time, and it takes practice to become good at it. But if you're good at it, there's people who want to pay you money to do it, and it's a lot of fun to do, and you can move up. You start out, just get your break somehow, and you can do it. It's totally possible. I think illustration is a really good track to kind of follow in your education, if possible, especially for some of those more basic art and conceptual design type things. A lot of fine art, studio-based art, is great for learning about expressiveness, but it's not really good for learning about production. And production is what we do when we're making games.
Okay. Well, we'd like